Now, before you attack me, listen to what I'm saying here because there's a lot that's going to be provided in this 10 minutes of a video or maybe 8 minutes. The point is that I'm going to post a little article down below in the description and the pin because people are not going to read it and they're going to be very quick to judge me and tell me how wrong it is for one to eat a dog or to eat an animal that we love so much. But the ideology behind it is really not that far-fetched. Again, keep an open mind when you watch this channel. Keep it open. Don't be so closed-minded and automatically write me off. And if you want to write me off, at least read the article to where they discuss as to why it's okay to eat pigs, but it's not okay to eat dogs. And keep in mind that pigs are one of the most intelligent animals in the world, but you are very, very quick to eat that BLT. Read the article or watch the rest of this. Remember, open your mind. What is going on, everybody? It is the Realist, and I'm about ready to break this down because this kind of bothers me a little bit. So I put something on Facebook, right? And obviously, on my Facebook is always littered with either nonsense, hypocritical stuff, things that will bother you. I also post really cute videos. But the problem is when you look at my Facebook is sometimes I post like a video from Watch Dodo where it's cute little bulldogs running around. And then the next video I post up is them cooking a dog. I don't do it to be nasty or abrasive or upset people, but it seems to do that. Like, if you're gonna subscribe to me on one of my channels, probably be prepared, right? Like, it's in your best interest to just have an open mind. And obviously, a lot of the people that are on my friends list, first off, I don't even know who they are. They just become my friends because I either went to school with them or I don't know. I really don't know, but I want to say something. So I'll post a picture or a video. It's like 3 seconds of a dude that is of Asian descent, probably Oriental of some type. I would assume either Chinese or Korean, assuming. And he's got a dog that's alive that he's cooking. And you hear the dog barking, and for whatever reason, the dog wasn't trying to run away. It was actually alive. Like, you see the dog moving. And of course, here comes the cavalry. Everybody wants to defend the dog. The dog is a dog. It's a man's best friend. Everybody loves a dog. So my argument to that was, and I'm keeping an open mind here. I'm saying to myself, you know what? No. Because if you're going to use the argument and say that that is unacceptable, why is it acceptable for you to eat raw fish, sushi, frog sashimi, frogs, reptiles, cockroaches? I'm for that one all day. Snakes, turtles, rabbits. Rabbits are adorable. Goats. These are all things that people eat. Now, the odd thing is that people are very, very embraced in defending the dog because it is a dog. I love the dog so much. Well, there's people that love bunnies. There's people that love fish. There's people that love turtles. There's people that love every animal. But for whatever reason, the dog is not included in that animal. Now, when you look at countries like India, there are certain religions, not just India, but certain religions believe that a cow is a sacred animal. So don't eat that. It's sacred. And that's fine. That's what they believe. How do you know that they don't look at Americans like, those guys are over there killing cows? That's messed up. How do you know that? And then if you use the argument like, well, it's a cow, who cares? Well, obviously they care, but that's okay because we're on a double standard. That's what it is. It's okay to kill a fish because it doesn't scream, it doesn't make noise. Well, what about lobsters and crabs? Well, they don't make noises when they go in the pot. You do hear it scream. That's the pressure of the boiling water underneath their crustaceous, that's not the word, shell. But that's okay because that's a fish or a bug. That's what these people use as arguments on my Facebook. Is Jay, they're bugs. It's okay. Isn't an animal an animal? It's not an insect, right? I mean, I know it's related to a cockroach, But last time I checked, the crab and the lobster and the shrimp, because what is it, drunken shrimp? That's another one that's alive when they eat it. But it's not like they were eating the dog. And yeah, I do feel a little bit of emotion there. It saddens me a little bit, but I do have to take in perspective that there's other cultures that have eaten dogs forever because it's all that they eat. When you look at other countries on YouTube or videos, what do you see? You see a street riddled with random dogs everywhere. No one knows what to do with them. There's people that are spending money, feeding the dogs, doing whatever. If you're hungry enough and you go outside and you see an animal, doesn't instincts tell you, hey, I'm gonna eat some dog tonight? There are certain countries where they have monkey problems. Why do you think that there are certain hunting licenses for certain times of the year? Like, just you calculate that in your head. But I get it. You're going to keep using the argument that it's a dog. It's a dog, Jay. What about people that have pet goats? It was cooked alive. Well, there's certain things and animals, cobras. I believe it is in Vietnam or Vietnam, depending on how you want to say it, where they take a cobra and they cut it while it's alive and eat it. It's not just, and it's not like they were eating this raw. I don't know why he didn't kill the dog, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I really have no idea. You know, someone that had a diverse mindset said, you know, hey, it is a little jacked up. He looked at it the same way I did. It's a little jacked up seeing it, but you have to realize that when, I don't want to paraphrase what he said, but when an animal it doesn't have a lot of fat, it's better to do it, to cook the animal while it's alive than slaughtering it before you cook it. It's the same thing with baby pigs. Pigs are cute as hell, but people eat the hell out of bacon. It's a dog, Jay. It's a dog. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out the double standard as to why that is not acceptable. There's people that love dogs and hate cats. People love cats. But if that was a cat, guess what? Cat lovers be like, oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You just ate a cat. I can see if it was an endangered species. If it's just a dog that is raised on a dog farm to eat it, and look, I have a service dog. I have a dog that treats me lovely. I love French bulldogs. I think they're adorable. I love all dogs, Doberman Pinschers, Rottweilers, love them all. But that dog, I'm sure, did not have a name, and it was time to eat for somebody, so they cooked it. Yet here we are taking a stand because what we've become is a PC-sensitive world. And not only does it extend to as far as verbiage or wordage that you can say to somebody or not say to somebody and just mention it, and a light passing and somebody gets offended. It's the same type of deal that we're talking about with animals. Because you go back 30 years ago, there was no problems with people cooking up rats who are super intelligent or super useful. Not a problem, though. Now, you cook up a rat, oh, it's all right, it's a pest. How do you know that the country that dog came from was not riddled with dogs all over it as a pest? And who do you think put all those random dogs in the street? We did, right? I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life, and I'm not going to pass judgment on to you, just like I would not pass judgment onto what sex you are, what you believe in, what your religion is. Will it affect me? Sure, internally. But can I be a big guy and just deal with it? Absolutely. You know why? Because I'm a big person. I'm an adult. So it doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you. It's whether or not you can accept other people's cultures or their lifestyles, and you not so much deem it acceptable, but just deal with it. Be a big person. Deal with what life puts in front of you. Don't point the finger to people to say you're not where you want to be because of them, or you're a vegan because of that, or you do you and worry about you. And I could promise you that everybody else in the world will continue to live on and prosper, and possibly not. But they won't let your life affect them. And those are I was going to say successful people, but that's not really the, well, no, that kind of is the case. And I've kept it real. So can you, realist.